Have you ever heard someone say, I can't wait until I'm independent? Maybe they mean moving out or having their own money, driving, or making their own decisions. But independence is much bigger than simply being able to do things without asking for permission. True independence means learning how to think for yourself, make responsible choices, solve problems, and take ownership of your life. Being independent does not mean you never need help. In fact, one of the strongest signs of maturity is knowing when to ask for advice, guidance, or support. Independence is about becoming someone you can trust. So what does independence really mean? It's the ability to handle things, make decisions, and take action without always relying on someone to do things for you. It means developing the confidence, skills, and mindset to manage your life while understanding that your choices matter. Independence includes three important areas. So, area number one is thinking for yourself. Independent people learn how to make decisions based on their own values, goals, and beliefs, not simply because someone else tells them to do so. They ask themselves, does this choice match the person I want to become? Is this a responsible decision? What could happen because of this choice? Being independent means having the confidence to think for yourself. Just because something is popular or everyone else is doing it does not mean it's the right choice for you. Learning to think independently, it helps you make decisions that support your future. So, area number two is taking responsibility. Independence means understanding that your decisions have consequences. Your choices have consequences. If you forget an assignment, miss a deadline, or make a poor decision, blaming others may be easier, but does not help you grow. Instead, independent people ask, what can I learn from this? Taking responsibility does not mean you never make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Independence means being willing to recognize those mistakes, learn from them, and make better choices moving forward. Responsibility is what helps you become stronger and more capable. Well, area number three, problem solving. Life doesn't always come with instructions. Independent people learn how to work through challenges by finding information, asking questions, exploring possible solutions, trying again when things don't seem to work out. But problem solving is a skill you build over time. Every challenge you work through it helps you to become more confident in your ability to handle life. So, independence doesn't mean um, doing everything alone either. This is something people misunderstand about independence. Some people think being independent means I should never need help, or I should be able to figure this out on my own, or asking for help means I'm not capable. But this is not what true independence look like. Healthy independence means taking responsibility for your life while also recognizing when you need support. Think about learning how to drive. Would you refuse to ask questions because you wanted to prove you were independent? Probably not. You would ask the instructor or a trusted adult because you want to learn how to do it the right way. The same is true for everyday life. Maybe you do not understand a school assignment. Maybe you're applying for your first job. Perhaps you're learning how to manage money. Maybe you're facing a challenge and you're just unsure of what to do next. Asking for help does not make you less independent. It helps you to learn, grow, and become more capable. The strongest people are not the ones who know or think they know everything. They're the ones who know when to seek advice, learn from others, and use the resources around them. Independence, it grows when you combine confidence in yourself with the wisdom to ask for help when needed. So, here are some signs you're becoming more independent. You're independent when you're making decisions based on your values. when you're taking responsibility for your choices. It shows when you manage your time and your responsibility, when you solve problems instead of immediately giving up, when you learn from your mistakes, when you ask for help when needed. It shows when you follow through on your commitments and when you trust yourself to make thoughtful decisions. Independence does not happen overnight. You don't suddenly wake up one day and have everything figured out. You build it through practice, one step, one responsibility, and one lesson at a time. So here are some everyday ways to practice independence. These will help to strengthen independence. Take ownership of your responsibilities. Independence grow when you learn to manage things that are your responsibility. This could include keeping track of important tasks, managing your time wisely, following through on commitments, taking the initiative instead of always waiting for reminders. Small choices, they create confidence. Every time you take ownership of something, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Another is make more decisions for yourself. Practice making choices about how you spend your time or goals you want to pursue, habits you want to build, or the people you choose to spend your time with. Every decision is an opportunity to practice more independence. Also, keep promises to yourself. One of the biggest parts of independence is learning that you can count on yourself. If you say you're going to study, practice, exercise, or complete a project or work toward a goal, follow through. Confidence comes from proving to yourself, I can trust me. Independence grows every time you make a commitment and follow through. So here are some reflective questions. So take a moment to think about them and reflect on independence in you. What is one area of your life where you can become more independent? What is a responsibility that you can take more ownership of? What is one decision that you can make based on your own values instead of depending on others? Independence is not about proving that you don't need anyone. The strongest people are independent enough to make their own choices and wise enough to accept help when they need it. Every decision you make is helping to shape that person you're to become. So remember, think for yourself, take responsibility, solve problems, trust yourself. Independence is built one choice, one decision, one lesson, and one step at a time. So until next time, take care, keep growing, and keep moving forward. I will see you in the next lesson.